welcome to Everyday Reviews and to beautiful Southern California. It's gorgeous out here, and so is what's behind me. This is Volvo's newest three-row electric vehicle, the EX90. It's built right here in the United States. This is their safest vehicle, their quietest vehicle, and their most advanced vehicle. So let's have a look. Right off the bat, I gotta say, I think this new EX90 is pretty handsome. This color, by the way, is called Vapor Gray. Since it's an EV, you'll see there is no basically grille here. I think they did a really good job. It's kind of challenging to actually make an EV attractive because normally the grille is kind of the face of it. You do have active air shutters on the bottom here for aerodynamics. All right, lift up the front hood. You get a frunk. You know, this is an EV, and you do get some storage space. Embedded here is kind of your emergency kit, so that's your compressor, and there's a tow hook there. Overall, it's bigger than some frunks, but it could be bigger. You could put your charger, maybe your valuables, your laptop, or something in there when you leave the vehicle. Here's something really cool. The Thor's hammer running lights have been segmented, giving that real modern look. But what's also different is that when you turn the headlights on, these daytime running lights actually separate, revealing the LED projector lamps in behind it. And when you're not driving, it closes up again. It's so slick. This vehicle is also equipped with a digital key. It uses ultra-wide communication and also NFC. And when you walk up to the vehicle, if you have it programmed on your phone, it will greet you with an animation on the Thor's hammer headlamps here. I think this does have a very futuristic, modern look. You definitely know this is an EV. The EX90 comes standard with 20-inch wheels. Optional, you get 21 or 22-inch wheels. We are running the 22-inch. They have this really cool aero design to them, and that's going to aid in range for you. Onto the side, you'll notice the door handles. They are popped out. They will retract in for better aerodynamics. And when you open it, what's really nice is when you close it, watch this. Soft closed doors, yes. You know, even vehicles like the Mercedes-Benz EQS don't have soft closed doors. And I often criticize that. If you want to be a premium player, I think this is a must for at least make it an option, and this one is equipped. And you can hear right now the suspension. This does have the air suspension on the Ultra trim, and you can raise and lower, and we're going to see that in the back. Standard, you do get a power liftgate. One thing to notice though, once it's open, it's a nice wide opening. There's a decent amount of room behind the third row of seats. And you have actually power folding third row. And down it goes. And to ease loading things in or taking them out, with the air suspension on the Ultra, you do have controls here, and you can actually raise or lower the vehicle like this. And it's really silent. You hear it going down? Nothing. The inside of the EX90 is all new. It's fresh. There's a lot of details, but it's very, very simple. Starting right in front, you have a 9-inch driver display. We have a head-up display in this version that we have. Lots of information here, but I find everything is right on your head-up display, and you don't have to even take your eyes off the road at all. Showcase right in the middle, a brand new system. This is a 14.5-inch vertical screen, and after a full day of using, I find it actually quite easy to use. It's fairly intuitive, it's quick, it uses Google as its main system. Below the map system though, you have these widgets. So there would be my phone, and there is my media selection, and down below, you also have a dock with your most recent used features. Below that, you have your climate control, which is always there. Also, check this out. If you go into apps, lots of different types of apps you can do, messaging, and you can even do YouTube and watch your favorite YouTube stars like, hey, who's that? You can actually watch YouTube when you're stationary, of course. And so that's so easy. Look at that. You have YouTube right there. Also, finally, they actually have created, with this large real estate, when you use the backup camera and you have a 360 camera, it actually displays both at the same time. I always said this with other Volvo products. They have this big screen, but they only show one or the other. Now you can see both. Big bonus. I do find on the 360 camera, the edges area here is a little bit distorted, but everything else is very, very clear. We go back to home, and not just YouTube, you can even play games on this system. And the blended materials and the details they use in here, for instance, you have this chrome finish that outlines the lower part of the dash, and some nice details like the actual Swedish flag embedded into that chrome there. The air vents are nice and straight. They come to a point to highlight the center, and you have this real wood. This is all sustainable wood here. Seat-wise, you either get a quilted artificial leather, it's white, or you get this nice stylish, this is a wool and a recycled polyester blend on here. Everything is sustainable. So this is one of the most sustainable cars basically on the road. One thing that's quite different is if you want to adjust things like your mirror or your steering wheel, you do it through the screen. That's not totally uncommon. We've seen that on Tesla, for instance. But if we want to, let's see, make driver adjustments and we want to adjust that left mirror, we're going to use the controls on the steering wheel, up, down, left and right. And at first I was like a little hesitant, but after driving this, you know, a few hundred miles, it actually is very, very easy to use. Same thing, if we want to adjust the steering wheel, we are just going to go up, down with the arrows, and right or left to go in and out. Yeah, it is pretty simple, I gotta admit. We also have a large panel roof all the way back. It is tinted, however, there is no shade. Be aware of that because when it's really sunny out, it doesn't get really bright, but this glass gets hot. So if this glass gets hot, that means there's a lot of heat coming in the cabin as well. If you like sound, you're gonna wanna get the optional, what we have here is the 25 speaker 1610 watt Bowers and Wilkins audio system. Not only does it sound good, you got to really play with the settings. If you're into hip hop, this thing can pump it up. Or if you want something really classical, really nice separation with all the different speakers placed throughout the cabin here. I love the speaker grills, how they look, especially that center one. It has a kind of a retro, I don't know, it's like on a phonograph type of look to it. I love that look there. It's really nice. Storage wise, we have your standard glove box, drink holders, wireless charging, 2 USB-Cs up front. This trough area, which I really enjoy on a lot of cars, and this has lips in it, and I like that, opposed to having it wide open like we have on our own car, because things can actually roll across, which is a safety hazard if they actually become jammed in your underneath your brake pedal, for instance, or something like a bottle of water. In the center console, it is a double. There's actually a false floor on here, so you can even go deeper. Maybe you have something that you want to put there that you want to hide, or something you don't want to squish. You can just put that down there and close that up, and that's it. So let's look in the back. One thing to note, when you're getting in and out of the EX90, it's actually fairly high, which can be a benefit for people that maybe have mobility issues, just easier to slide in. It's not hard to get out either because you're fairly high. So in the second row, room for 3, you have the nice comfortable seats. We have our own climate control back here, as well as heated seats. We have our vents on the side, couple of USB-Cs, and look at this. Yes, this does have, as you'll see here, this has the integrated booster seat. So if you have little ones, you can actually just turn a regular seat into the booster seat. So nice. Lots of headroom, decent amount of leg room, and of course you get a flat floor, what you would expect in an EV platform. Yeah. Really good visibility out here. Once again, those nice Bowers and Wilkins speaker grills, it's quite comfy. One thing that would be nice would be some sunshades for the rear windows. All right, getting into the third row, not very hard at all. Just tilt that seat, it tilts and it slides forward. The second row seats do slide forward and back, so if you do have someone that is a little bit on the larger side or taller side in the third row, you can adjust the second row forward. So this seat has been adjusted forward, and you can see how much room there is here. Yeah. It's actually, you have your own air vents, you have a drink holder. These seats do not slide forward and back, but I could easily see, you know, like kids can, you know, they could be back here without any issue at all. And even a full-size adult, hey, no issue at all. So what's it cost to get into a brand new EX90? Well, in Canada, it only comes with one powertrain. That is the twin engine performance. You get 510 horsepower with that. And it starts at 110,000 Canadian dollars. If you go up to the Ultra, which is the top of the line, it goes for $115,000. And we're gonna get into some of the competitors because on the next video, we are going to hop in the driver's seat and take this thing for a drive through the canyons of Southern California. We're gonna check the range, the power, the comfort, the noise, all of that. So stay tuned.